Hi, this is Johnny Burgin with another Chicago Blues guitar lesson. This is a great song to look at. I Had a Dream by Brim, and how about it for Jacob Huffman, great harp player here in Memphis. So I'm going to go through the intro and then sort of the skeleton of the song as far as what Dave Myers is playing. And Dave is really the dominant guitar player on this, which is unusual and interesting and sounds like $1,000,000. And then Dave's solo, and then a bit of some of the beautiful things that Louis Myers is doing too, which is harder to hear. This is a real moment of glory for the Myers brothers, especially Dave. So anyway, the intro is really cool. The intro's almost like Bright Lights Big City. It's more like a 1, 5, 1, 5, 1, and then your turnaround. And here's a lick that he does a lot. He just slides to this note. That's the G string 4th fret. But let's try the intro. It's like... Notice he's already starting to lump. By the time we get to the 5 there, he's already starting to lump. Like, come on, dudes, let's go. So let's try that again. You know, all through this song, you hear this. That kind of thing. And sometimes you hear it in the background, sometimes you hear it in the foreground, sometimes you hear it in the turnarounds. That kind of thing. Or you hear turnarounds like that, like this one. That's great. But he manages to keep that hard lump. And you can use a thumb pick if you want. Here it is with the thumb pick. So I messed up that last part. It should be... Anyway, let me explain that a little bit. So this is just thumb pick or not. I'm going to go without it because this song kind of has a bit of a lighter touch even for Dave. If you got a good strong thumbnail, you can get a good hard lump. But I'm getting ahead of myself a little bit. So if you have this thump, 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 and you can kind of go ding, ding on the top, let's try that. And then your B7th with the low E string. And then that's important. That's a real Jimmy Rogers-y kind of thing. You have G, B, E, and then the 2nd fret E string. And it's the top part of your B7th chord. And then he just lingers the notes kind of. He lets it ring, the E and B string. And then 3rd fret, G string. So the whole deal. And he's already just really saying, let's go. And then you start with the lyrics. Now, a couple ways to do that. Now I'm talking about what Dave does to sort of glue the song together, keep it moving, keep that bass underneath it, that thump. He told me once he was called the thumper. So I'm doing a lump, a real easy lump with my 1st and pinky. And then he breaks his pattern to sort of give little place markers. You could finger it like that. This is just kind of the middle of your E chord, like the kind of Jimmy Reed thing you do. That thing, but he plays it more assertively. Or you could do it like this. Here's your E7th, pinky out like this. And you might hear this, or you might just hear this. But you're going to hear a marker on that 1. It starts right after the 3 for this one. Or just 1, 2, 3, 4. missed that last one. Right before your 4, let's hit that 7th note. Not every single time, but he does that a lot. Yet again, it's a cue because he was a real leader. He was always cueing people. We're going here now. We're doing this now. We're doing that now. So this note here, your 7th, 3rd fret in the B string, is telling you to resolve down. Your brain automatically thinks that. 4, just you can make it simpler. He doesn't go, and he just goes, hey, hey, hey. And then your B7th. And here's a beautiful turnaround. That's amazing. There's that motif in the song that you hear various ways. 3rd open, open. G string, B string, E string. 2nd, 1st. So that's pretty. I'm going to go through that real slow. So let's try it. Here's your place markers. That's D and G string. You might leave it out here and there. Now let's change. Notice I did my same ping on the 1, high E string, doing the lump on the A. 4. I'm going to start from the 5 now and do a different turnaround. Something like that, or that's that E7 shape moved up 1 fret, 1 fret, and 1 more fret with the open ringing strings on top. Very Lockwoody. It's a little more structured than some of these nice ringing ones. He never does it exactly the same way, and yes, you can go the other way around. So that's kind of the bottom of it, and it's the dominant part in this. And then he just really lets you have it with a solo, which is so unusual because usually he's kind of deferring to Lewis, it seems to me, but anyway, he must have really been in a mood to that day. So, and he opens up his amp and it just roars. It's that beautiful tweed roar, the beginning of Dave's solo. 12 and 10, E7 shape. Guess I need a little. So, one thing that tips me off that it's Dave is that it ends on a major here. Most people are always ending on a minor here. You know, like Magic Sam and everybody. But he ends at major. You know, this is kind of a major. It has some. He plays more major notes. You know. And then. That takes us up to the 4. And now it's typical stuff. A lot of you guys know already. We've talked about it in different Jimmy Rogers things and all that, Magic Sam. But the way he plays it really pretty. See if you can give this a little push and keep that note going while you hit the E string. Wow. Yeah. Not this. Don't get all. Don't turn it into country music. Yeah. So what that was, in case you don't know, 2nd fret, 2nd finger, 6th fret, G string. That's sliding into the middle of your A chord, right? 5th fret, A chord, E-shaped bar, right? And then 3, 2, 1 fingering, 7, 6, 5 on the E string. Then just use your pinky or use your third finger. And then he goes to your major shape again. Top part of the E, this E chord, which is the A moved all the way up here. So thinking in terms of parts of chords is, you know, a common thing that comes up again and again, right? So I can't tell if it's this or this, where he moves two fingers back, but I think it's just one finger. All right, and so then on the 5, from the 5, 4, that same wistful, pretty thing in there, and you can hear Lewis doing something complicated in the background. He's doing some real flowing kind of thing that's really nice. So anyway, that's the skeleton, the intro, the skeleton, or the foundation, and the solo. I'm going to try putting some of the Lewis Myers stuff in there. He's doing things, stuff like that. And so what I would do is really get the Dave thing good, and then practice coloring it in like Dave. I mean, like Lewis, the same things. There's a lot of stuff like he's playing in the same position, he's playing the same kind of things, he's just sort of darting in and out. So let's try it from the intro. 3, 4. I'll leave the extra 2 beats out. That's what Lewis Myers does there. You might hear stuff like this. Yeah. Yeah. That part really jumps out at you over the 4. I mean, that's like the perfect place to be if Dave's doing this. Yeah. Which is in a million little Walter songs. You guys know this. 2nd fret, 3rd fret. You could even walk into it. It's like that song, You Don't Know. You don't know, you don't know, da 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 da. You know. Try stuff like that. And I even played like some pretty active stuff over the solo. So playing out of an E7th and an A7th. But, you know, you're sort of a bit on your own. But if you can really master this Dave Myers part in this, you can start getting some of the pretty stuff behind it. Like that. So anyway, have fun. Drop me a line anytime. Join me on Patreon and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Hope you enjoyed this chat about Dave and Louis Myers, a John Brim song. Any John Brim memories? Again, always happy to hear the Myers brothers. All right, take care. See you next time.